So President Joe Biden was asked earlier today about the USCCB debate and how it could prevent pro-abortion politicians like him from receiving communion. He responded, quote, "That is a private matter, and I don't think that's going to happen." Joining us now is Bishop Andrew Cozzens, Auxiliary Bishop for the Archdiocese of St. Paul and Minneapolis. Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. There's a lot to talk about, but first, let's get to the teaching document on the Eucharist. It needed 2/3 in order to pass and reached nearly 75%. Can you tell us about that process, how it went, and what do you think of the result?
Well, I thought it was a great result. 75% shows that there's a strong support amongst the bishops. And really, I think it ties into the other thing that we are to talk about, which is the need for a Eucharistic revival on all levels. So I was very glad of that. You'll note that even to pass the document, we would need a 2/3 vote in November. So it shows that after a spirited debate, the majority of bishops support this initiative.
Well, after the vote results were announced, more than 50 Catholic Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives, they released a statement asking the bishops not to, quote, weaponize the Eucharist. I'd like to get your thoughts on that.
You know, I would say that this is really a pastoral matter for the bishops. And the bishops are going to produce a teaching document that then becomes helpful guidance for every bishop who deals with these pastoral questions. And we're approaching this really as pastors who want to help people get to heaven. That's our main goal. And so we're going to teach about the importance of the Eucharist for getting people to heaven.
I want to talk about now the presentation that you made about a, quote, Eucharistic revival project. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I'm super excited at the fact that the bishops are extremely supportive of a national Eucharistic revival. This is going to be a 3-year project that we hope touches the church at every level, really the diocesan level, the parish level, and even the national level. We hope in the summer of 2024 to have a national Eucharistic Congress like we used to have in this country, where we have 100,000 or more people gathered together to be able to celebrate the gift of Christ in the Eucharist. And this really, I think, is supported so strongly by the bishops because they see that at every level of the church we need a renewal, a revival of our faith in the Eucharist, in the transforming power of the Eucharist. And so it's so encouraging to see that all the bishops really are behind this. Some of them are going to begin already this year. The official revival will begin in the summer of 2022, Corpus Christi 2022, when we'll kick off a national campaign, which we hope will affect the church at every level in the United States, culminating in this national event in 2024.
Yeah, and tell us why this is so important and now.
Oh, there's so many reasons why this is so important. You know, the first is this idea came about for a Eucharistic revival before the 2020 elections and even before COVID. Bishop Robert Barron had proposed this idea as early as January of 2020, following the disturbing results that the bishops saw in 2019 about the Pew research, which showed that around 30% of Catholics believe in Jesus' real presence in the Eucharist. Bishops were caught very discouraged by those numbers, and we knew we needed to do something as a church. And so we proposed this idea. And then, of course, the COVID crisis hit, where we had the tragedy of not being able to celebrate the Eucharist together for some months, where, in fact, we've had a lot of people not be able to go to church for a long time. And the bishops recognize we need a revival. And so it was those things, but then also the real positive truth that the Eucharist is such a profound gift. It contains everything that Christ is, his passion, death, and resurrection, his gift of himself to us. It's such a profound gift that we need as a church every now and then to focus on it together and revive our faith in the Eucharist. If we don't do this, we lose this sense of the importance and the centrality that the Eucharist is the source and summit of our life. So I think the bishops see both the negative reasons and the positive reasons for that we need to do this now.
Yeah, absolutely. Before I let you go, Your Excellency, what else took place at the spring meetings that our audience should know about, and other initiatives that you're most excited about?
Well, you know, one of the beautiful things that often passes by is we approved requests for 2 new saints for the church, right? for the Church of the United States, we approve these things at the USCCB. That's a beautiful thing. I was also very excited about the pastoral plan for marriage and family, which was approved by the Committee of Laity, Marriage, Family, and Life, which really attempts to strengthen on a universal level in our country the ministry to marriage and families, which is so important, as we all know, and really in a state of crisis.
Well, Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time today. We really do appreciate it. God bless you. Bishop Andrew Cozzens, Auxiliary Bishop of the Archdiocese of St. Paul and Minneapolis. Thank you again.